Dear students, peace be upon you all. Our today's lesson is Surah At-Takasur. Our learning objectives for this lesson are: to learn the recitation of the chapter, to know the subject matter of this chapter, to learn the main points discussed in this chapter. Dear students, this surah is 102 chapter of the Holy Quran. It has total 8 verses and 28 words. The name of the chapter is taken from the first verse. The meaning of the title of this chapter is, Competition for Increase. Dear students, listen carefully to the recitation and translation of the surah given in this video.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
ألهاكم التكاثر.
Competition in worldly increase diverts you,
حتى زرتم المقابر.
until you visit the graveyards.
كلا سوف تعلمون.
No, you are going to know.
ثم كلا سوف تعلمون.
Then, no, you are going to know.
كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين.
No, if you only knew with knowledge of certainty,
لترون الجحيم.
you will surely see the hellfire.
ثم لترونها عين اليقين.
Then you will surely see it with the eye of certainty.
ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم.
Then you will surely be asked that day about pleasure.
Dear students, the word takasur originally means competing. Here, it means the act of competition for increase in worldly things such as piling up wealth. In the previous chapter, Al-Adiyat, we discussed about the ungratefulness and selfishness of human beings. Here, in this chapter, the human being's greed for worldly gains is under discussion. According to this chapter, the greed for more and more has made people heedless of every higher thing in life. Such people have neglected their Creator and the hereafter. They do not care about their moral bounds and responsibilities. They are heedless of the rights of others and of their own obligations to render those rights. They are only after raising the standard of living and do not bother even if the standard of humanity be falling. They want to acquire more and more of wealth no matter how and by what means they acquire. Such greedy people consider the abundance of the worldly goods as a real progress. But, in fact, it is a delusion. According to this chapter, shortly after their death, they will know the sad end of their greed. They will realize that it was a foolishness in which they remained involved throughout their life. According to this chapter, God Almighty will question all the human beings about their wealth, how they earned and spent it. This accountability will be held on the day of judgment, in the divine court of God. Those people who did not show ungratefulness but spent their lives as thankful servants of God, will come out successful from the accountability. And those who proved thankless to God for His blessings and committed ingratitude by word or by deed, or by both, will emerge as failures. Dear students, in this chapter, those people who have confined all their efforts to achieve worldly gains, and whose aim is nothing but to accumulate wealth, are warned of the dreadful fate which awaits them. It describes that such people spend their lives in the greed for money and have forgotten the day of judgment, the day on which they will be held accountable for their actions. On that day, they will be asked about everything they had acquired, the manner in which it was acquired, and the way it was consumed. Dear students, from all this discussion we can conclude 4 main points discussed in this chapter. 1. Competition for worldly gains. Thus, the first point of this chapter is that greedy people are indulged in the accumulation of worldly gains. Their sole purpose is to attain more and more worldly comfort. They don't bother about other humans. Their purpose is to acquire more and more in order to dominate others. No matter what happens to others, they are busy in their earning. The second point is greed for more and more. According to this chapter, the competition for growth in worldly wealth has increased these people in greed. In turn, the greed for more and more has made them careless of their obligations. They don't care about the rights of other people and are heedless of their moral responsibilities. The third point is negligence of people. According to this chapter, such people have forgotten the hereafter. They don't care about their religious obligations. They consider the worldly spender as success. However, soon, after their death, they will know about their bad luck. They will be shown the consequences of their greed. When they see the result of their deeds, they will realize that they were indulged in a silly competition throughout their life. The fourth point of this chapter is accountability. According to this chapter, all the people will be held accountable on the day of judgment. God Almighty will ask them about their wealth. So, those people who have earned their wealth through unfair means and are not thankful to God will emerge as failures and their abode will be in hell. Students, now, you will write the following main points on your notebooks. 1. Competition for worldly gains. 2. Greed for more and more. 3. Negligence of people. 4. Accountability. Explain these points in your words and then share it with your teacher. Thank you all.